Hi there, friends. It's Haya Grossberg, and I'm having a great day because I had something stuck in the back of a gap in between two of my back teeth for almost a week, and I've been in a lot of pain in my gums. And today, whatever it was, just finally came out, and now my teeth and my gums I feel better. I feel like free and like myself again. And I want to share with you my story of healing because I think it's a common story of healing and one that I've had in different ways many times. So basically, I came down to Oakland. I got a ride with somebody last week, and I think a combination of the stress and the fact that I do have this big gap between two of my back teeth and over flossing because I was trying to get something out of there and being cold and having a sleepless night and all these things seem to culminate in me having this really intense pain in this gum area, and then at certain times it had spread to all of my gums and my entire mouth was inflamed and in a lot of pain. So I started to do some research. I already know a lot about teeth and gum health, and I make my own toothpaste. I do coconut oil pulling. I put tea tree oil on my teeth and gums, and I use baking soda and salt and hydrogen peroxide. But I started vamping up all these practices, and unfortunately I was also ramping up my flossing, which I think was what caused the problem. But basically, I think I hit a nerve, and the pain was just really intense in a way that it made it hard for me to think, and it was affecting my emotions and my ability to function, and it was kind of on and off though, and sometimes it would just somewhat go away, and then I would eat and it would get worse. So last night I finally, after trying a million things, I also got a lot of new suggestions from other friends, so I was trying a bunch of new things and taking a bunch of supplements and everything. I took cod liver oil and vitamin C and amino acids, and was taking my multivitamin more than I usually do, which is usually once or twice a week. But those things, it didn't seem like anything was really helping. It was I couldn't even tell if it was helping or not, actually. But then I was watching this video about healing, and it just reminded me something that I think is so easy to forget, because a lot of times when somebody's having any kind of health crisis or problem, the first things we think of course, are the physical, what can you do physically with your body to resolve this problem? And sometimes those things can help, and sometimes they can resolve the problem completely, but in my experience, they usually don't. There's usually, if there's something hanging on for more than a few days, there's always something else going on, I find. Even if it's a cold or the flu or whatever it is. And I do think we often need to surrender to whatever it is. It doesn't mean that we need to try to figure it out right away and say what is my body telling me? I need to figure this out immediately, because I don't find that that works either. But what did work for me was that last night I started to pray. I just got really quiet and I couldn't think very clearly. I was in a lot of pain, and it was this nerve pain that felt like it was affecting my brain. But I just lay down quietly and centered myself and cleared my mind, and I got an intuition to reach out to a certain person in my life, to call them, and it felt like somehow that was connected to it. And then I did that, and it was positive. And I've also been studying this other system called human design, and learning some things about that, which I also noticed that sometimes when I'm having some kind of thing in need of healing, I'll also get some source of wisdom or some new type of knowledge will come into my life at that time, because I'm maybe really open to it or have the time to think about it because I'm debilitated in some way or whatever it might be. But so I was praying again last night, because even after I made this phone call and sort of realigned myself in a certain way, I was still having a ton of pain last night as I was trying to go to sleep, and I was taking a million supplements and doing all my little tricks, and nothing was helping. So I was just praying again, and I put some rose quartz up next to my mouth, and I was just putting my hands here and sending love to that area, and just kind of listening to it quietly and gently. And I still wasn't quite clear, but I woke up this morning. So I got to sleep. I woke up this morning And I had a little voice in my head that said, you're gonna feel better within a couple of days. Because when I posted about this, some of my friends were like, go to a dentist, this is serious, you know. It's funny because my father's a dentist, and I actually spoke to him last night and didn't even mention it because, you know, dentists are trained in certain ways, and I have my own beliefs and my own systems of working with my dental health. And it's not that I don't trust dentists at all, or that I don't go to my father or to a dentist for help, but my father's all the way across the country, and I actually did think about asking him for advice, but for some reason when we were on the phone, I just didn't. So I think because there's a deeper part of me that knew that there's some kind of process I'm going through with this that isn't about just the physical. So yeah, I had this thought today as I woke up that within a couple days it will go away. You're fine. You'll be fine. It's gonna be okay. And yeah, and it was strong. Like, it was a strong voice. It was a definite knowing that things were gonna be okay. And I felt a lot better, even though my gums didn't feel that much better. I felt this optimism, and it was a familiar feeling because it's a feeling I've had at other times when I had a really big obstacle, and then at a certain moment I got this knowing, okay, things are going to be okay, you know, you will overcome this somehow, and I just knew that I would. So then I did my oil pulling with coconut oil, which I do. It's a great thing to do for a lot of reasons. Basically, you just put about a teaspoon or less of coconut oil in your mouth and hold it in there, swish it around for, people say 20 minutes. I usually only do it for about 10 to 15 because I have a hard time doing it for longer than that, but I do it when I'm in the shower, and that makes it easier for me because I have a really intense gag reflex. Some people probably don't. Maybe you're fine, but I find that doing it in the shower enables me to hold it in there for about 10 or 15 minutes, or however long my shower is. So I did that today, and then when I spit out the coconut oil into the garbage can, all of a sudden, like, this little bit of something came out from between my back two teeth. And my teeth felt like so much better. My gums felt better. I could tell that it was clear, like that everything was fine, and that the whole problem had basically resolved itself. And of course I wouldn't know for certain until I actually ate something, which I was going to do a couple hours later, but I did. I just ate something. I ate some nuts and some raspberries, which are definitely something that would have gotten caught in there and caused more pain, but I'm totally fine, and the whole problem has been healed. So I just want to encourage you that if you're having some kind of health issue or other problem in your life that's like incessant and won't go away, to give yourself that chance to listen, you know, to pray in whatever way you do, or to just sit with yourself for a few moments. It doesn't even have to take very long, but just to take that time to see if there's something your body wants to tell you. And I did find also last night, besides that intuition I had to call somebody, I was also getting some other intuitions as I was sitting quietly. So it might be that your body has some messages for you and is like screaming at you, like there's something I need to tell you, listen, stop. So anyways, thanks for watching. I'm curious to hear your stories of healing, because I think healing is so mysterious, and you know, each time it's different, and we don't always know what will work and what won't, and whether it's going to be something we do physically or something we experience, you know, in our other processes in our lives. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.